Madden World, what it be like? It's your boy Fo. Xbox 720 is the gamer tag on the PS4, and yo, this is that double triple Madden OGs, and we are back in part number 3, bro. Man, and what have we covered tonight? We added on 2 additional blitzes to our 3-3-5 odd, which was dope. So we gave you a little bit to go with there. You got some choices there. We gave you a little bit of run defense. As we know, cover 4 is going to do a really good job at bottling a lot of run plays, and then our pinch 0 is going to be a really good play to run against our heavy stuff. Now, what we want to look at in this last video is just going to be like coverage like shit. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not blitzing, because the main thing is that you send so much heat from this formation that you can definitely catch your opponent off guard by running like a lot of heavy coverage, and you can get a lot of like like interceptions and things like that just by changing it up. And then you get your pressure to come in more because they don't know when you're gonna like send a blitz, or if you're gonna send coverage, or whatever you're gonna do. I mean, so I think that's really important to mix up. Now, the play that I like the most, if I'm looking at coverage type defense, is gonna be cover 3 cloud. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I think it's a really flexible play. I'll show you a couple of other ones that I like to run too. But man, I don't know. We're gonna have to call random. That's a weird formation for them to call as the first play. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Pro twins? Anyway, let's call a pass play out of it. So anyway, what I would do is I would honestly, I'd baseline it. And then I would whatever the strong side is, I'm gonna zone out to the strong side. Now the good thing is what you can do, depending on how hard you want to max your coverage out, you could send this guy out if you wanted to. Just make sure if you do, whatever side you're not gonna be playing on, because you'll play on one of the hook zones, right? Whichever side you're not gonna play on, just bluff blitz that guy, or you could actually bluff blitz the guy that you're gonna play on, so that he doesn't, you'll control whether he dips or not. You could actually just hold the left trigger. That way he won't dip, but you still won't get pancaked. You know what I mean? If they run the ball, you won't get pancaked. But look at all the coverage that you have on the field with this. Because I prefer to just have 3 deep blues out. And then this way you're going to have a lot of coverage out. A lot of people don't know how to play sidelines when you have a hard flat, curl flat, deep blue combo. Of course, if y'all sub to my channel, then y'all know how to deal with shit like that. But most people online don't know how to handle seeing stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and snap the ball. And as you can see, it's really crazy. I'm looking around, and I would have been playing the middle of the field anyway. But I mean, as you look at that play, I mean, I could have dumped off, but if I'm dumping off, bro, it ain't really nothing open. Everywhere, everything's really covered. You know what I mean? Look at everything's covered. I see him in this little space, but I would have been playing the middle of the field. That really wouldn't have been popping anyway. Because I'd have probably been playing on the hook here, and I never would have went out with that guy, so I'd have been way in the middle, so it wouldn't have been nowhere for me to go with the football. That's the reason why I like this form. As you can see, we go different again, so I would just baseline, and I do the same thing again. This is the strong side for me. So I'm gonna do that. If I feel like there's no real threat, there's no sense for me to put a hard flat out, I wouldn't do that. But that's how I'm setting mine. So then I'd run it like this, just stock. Something like this, I'd run it stock. And then you see it happen like that. I, basically what I'm getting at when I'm playing coverage defense, I'm usually always gonna do this. I'm always gonna have this combination on one side of the field because I feel like most people don't know how to play in the stuff like that, and you can take away one side of the field. If I can cut the field, like the field should be played in thirds, right? So there's the left side of the field, there's the middle of the field, and there's the right side of the field. If I can take away the 1/3 of where you're gonna go with the football, and then I manually play this inside right here, right? If you didn't call a play that was set to work over here on this side of the field, there is a very good chance that I'm going to get an interception or there's going to be a turnover or something bad is going to happen on this play. Because the 2/3 of the field that you may be looking at, I have literally congested for you. So now you're going to have to try to play deep on these deep blues, and sometimes we get picks out of the deep blues because you have to bomb up because what you had on these two, the center and the right side of the field, it's not there where you want it to be. You could always put, this guy here, man him up. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do when we start looking at cover 3 cloud. Another thing that I notice a lot when I play against people is when they see the way that it's set up, they don't anticipate that Talib out here is on a hard flat. So then it causes a conflict as well. You also have a cornerback with a high zone rating playing the hard flat. So he's playing in that area and he's going to be more likely to turn the football over for you. So this is one of my favorite types of plays. And even when I was running 3-3-5 normal, I was playing cover 3 cloud like a lot. That's like my favorite zone coverage. Now we'll go ahead and reset it real quick and I'll show you something else you can do with it. Another thing that you can do, and I learned this from Madden Daily, so I'll definitely make sure, you give credit where credit is due. You can coverage and play underneath, and then coverage and then play over the top, and then it'll change those into cloud flats, okay? Because when you coverage and go underneath, they go hard. When you coverage but then and go over the top, they don't turn back into curl flats. They'll turn into cloud flats, okay? And cloud flats play to me much better than curl flats do. They actually cover more of the field than a curl flat. Curl flat plays a little bit too deep for me at times. So this is like the old deep blues. Know what I mean? So I like these. And I'll do that. Only problem is I still would prefer for this guy to be in a hard flat and then for me to throw this combo out here. That would actually be better. You get way better coverage on this side of the field with a cloud flat. If you could have time to set that up, set it up. If you don't have time to set it up like that, then don't worry about it. Just, like if you have to do something like that where they're in that, then just change this guy and then start moving him around. Or you could actually put him in a hard, or you could put him in a yellow, like right here. You could do a lot, bro. Like this is a really flexible as coverage defense, and this is my primary one. I usually try to stick to it. Another one that you can run real quick out of that same formation is the cover 3 look here. And honestly, with the cover 3, it's gonna be the same thing. You're just gonna go ahead and set up. You're just getting the purples to go from different places. Now you could call cover 2 like Tampa 2 or cover 2 sync. What I like to do with that, I'll show you. Yeah, so when you start looking at like the cover 2s, what I do is I often take the linebacker right here and I'm gonna man him up against anybody that I think is gonna be a threat to me, playing like the middle area of the field. Okay, the reason why I do that is fucking cover 2 is still a pain in the ass play. So if I felt like Dez Bryant was going to be my problem, then I would man him up and then I would play this guy, and then I would just play like the middle and up and around. I move a little bit. I have a little bit more freedom because I think where the middle of the field is going, I'd have it taken care of. Or I could like man him up on him just in case he's gonna come across. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with that. But as you can see, I guess right even before I looked at the play, so we would just man this guy up. You know, you could do that. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. So as you can see right now, this actually ends up being a little bit better of a play. Let's go here. So that's what I would do. And then you snap the ball, and now you just get, and see, look, like everything was covered in the cover too. So let's go ahead and take a look at that again in the replay. Like as you can see, like everything was covered in that cover too. We could have tried to throw that up to the post outside, but you just see so much coverage, bro. Like those guys probably would have broke off in the middle and tried to pick up. Then Derek Wolf is a fucking he crazy, bro, in this game. Defensive line play is still not fixed. But anyway, I just wanted to throw this quick video out because I think the concepts are what you need to take more so than anything when we start talking about coverage defenses. You could run a lot of different ones because there's only really so many different variations. I mean, I guess it is endless, but the primary ones that I showed you are the ones that I like. Know what I mean? So like, comment if you feel like there is a way that you like to set up your coverage defense and how you like to set it up. And sub if you're new to the channel, man. This is just going to conclude the little mini scheme that I put together out of 335 odd tonight. And as always, respect the OGs. Peace.